How to set aside cash, quick, 18 money saving tips. Figuring out how to set aside cash, particularly tracking down ways of doing it rapidly, is something that can help anybody. There are many valid justifications to begin setting aside cash. Perhaps you out of nowhere got rammed with a surprising bill, or perhaps your companions just welcomed you on that excursion that could only be described as epic, or maybe you want to purchase a house and you need to put something aside for the initial installment. You could even be attempting to develop your secret stash so you are more ready for any surprising costs. Anything your explanation might be. There are a ton of useful cash saving tips. Number 1, track your spending and make a financial plan. Following your spending is the absolute most ideal way to recognize regions where you can set aside cash. You should simply follow your spending for 1 month, and this will provide you with a smart thought of where your cash is going. Whenever you've recognized where you're spending your cash and you see regions where you can less spending, you can set a sensible financial plan and afterwards stick to it. This is something straightforward to do, and it's an extremely viable approach to controlling your spending. Number 2, take care of your obligation. Assuming that you're conveying a charge card obligation, you're squandering cash. As troublesome as it very well might be, your main concerns ought to be to take care of your obligation and free yourself from those exorbitant loan fees. Ideally, a portion of different tips on this rundown will assist you with holding a greater amount of your money that you can then use toward vanquishing your obligations. Number 3, robotize investment funds moves every payday. On the off chance that you apparently can't make a propensity for saving booking, programmed moves to your investment account can be an enormous assistance. At the point when you have a specific measure of your check consequently moved to your investment account, every payday there's less impulse to spend it, and you can undoubtedly watch your record balance develop over the long run, audit your financial plan, and pick a sum that you can focus on routinely. Then, at that point, put your reserve funds on autopilot. Number 4, arrange your bills. While a portion of your bills, for example, your lease or home loan installment, might be non-debatable, you might have some leeway with others. For instance, you might have the option to observe a more ideal arrangement on your vehicle protection, your wireless help. Improving rates can take a smidgen of time, yet it tends to be time all around spent. Number 5, set up programmed installments for bills. With our bustling lives and occupied plans, it's normal to neglect to cover a few bills on schedule. A simple cash-saving tip is to just take care of your bills at the point when their expected. Organizations regularly charge a late expense for any adjusts that are late. And keeping in mind that it very well might be only a couple of bucks, to a great extent, these expenses add up rapidly, particularly assuming you take care of different bills late. So set up programmed installments for bills to guarantee that they're paid on schedule and to keep away from any late charges. It's likewise essential to watch out for your ledger balance, to stay away from overdrafts and gathering extra expenses. Number 6, put your charge cards away and afterward take out a restricted measure of cash from your financial records. Enough to last you for half a month. Fundamentally, you pull out a restricted sum and afterward watch it contract. Every dollar you genuinely spend will drive you to spend intentionally. Number 7, consider moving. Maybe you live in the Midtown Center in your home loan or rent costs both of you to multiple times more than it would. Assuming you move only 15 to 20 minutes outside of the area, migrating to a region with a lower typical cost for many everyday items, or scaling back, your home might actually place hundreds to thousands of dollars in your pocket every month. Clearly, there can be a few barriers that might keep you from moving. However, assuming moving is a choice, it could be certainly worth. Number 8, quit paying for comfort. It's the American method for paying for accommodation. Individuals will pay $5 for a taco. They can make it home for under $1. They pay $6 for some espresso at a neighborhood bistro, as opposed to blend a whole pot of espresso at home for a couple of pennies. Removing some additional time from your day to make your own food, mix your own espresso, or clean and fix things around the house can develop your financial balance rather rapidly. Number 9, make a basic food item list. Making a staple rundown before you head out will rapidly set aside you huge loads of cash. This will guarantee that you wind up purchasing just what you want and that you don't succumb to any motivation buys. Record all that you want for the week. The less times you go out to shop, the more uncertain you'll be to get something you truly need, and bother with plan to look for or an hour or less, and attempt to race the clock. At the point when you shop along these lines, you will not invest energy meandering around, getting things that look engaging. Additionally, plan to go out on the town to shop soon after you've eaten, all that will look less engaging. You're shopping on a full stomach. Number 10, downsize your link, telephone, and web. For most families, these three administrations equivalent tons of money consistently. Screen your utilization more than a little while and conclude what you really need and what you could cut. Do you truly observe any superior channels? Is your landline telephone doing something besides gathering dust? How quick do you want the web to be? You're just browsing Facebook and email, it really pays to look around and track down a less expensive help. Number 11, drop paid memberships, enrollments, and administrations. Is it true that you are buying into a magazine that you won't ever peruse? Is it safe to say that you are paying for an item conveyance administration that you scarcely at any point use? In the event that you have an exercise center participation, when was the last time you truly showed up? Paid administrations, memberships, and enrollments can truly add up, cause a rundown of the relative multitude of ones you to have and inquire as to whether you truly need them. In the event that the response is no, it's likely opportunity to drop. Number 12, quit your vices. For many people, it's difficult to stop smoking, drinking, utilizing medications, or gorging. Yet these propensities are setting you back. Something beyond the cost of your bad habit. Stopping damaging propensities will work on your well-being, bring down your insurance payments, and save you an astounding measure of cash. Number 13, purchase something new when you supplant something old. Assuming you will quite often purchase things simply because they're discounted or in light of the fact that maybe now is the right time to stop since you're squandering cash by laying out a standard that you can purchase to supplant something you as of now have. You're making a functioning hindrance prior to purchasing anything. Contemplate the number of those you really want and the number of you as of now have. Then reconsider, assuming you truly need another one, the brain science of opening up your storeroom. Choose what to part with and get it to the closest foundation or a trash bin is sufficient to stop a significant number of us from purchasing a novel, new thing. Number 14, practice. The multi-day rule. The multi-day rule is a basic technique to control motivation spending. This is the closely guarded secret. Whenever you want to go overboard, whether it's for new shoes, a new telephone, or another, power yourself to stop. You're now holding the thing, set it back, leave the store. At the point when you return home, take a piece of paper and record the thing, the store where you observed it, and the cost. Additionally, record the date. Presently, post this note someplace clear, a schedule, the cooler, or announcement board for the following 30 days. Think whether you truly need the thing. After the 30 days, the desire is still there, think about buying it. It's just as simple as that. It's shockingly viable. The multi-day rule functions admirably in light of the fact that you're not really denying yourself. You're basically delaying satisfaction. This standard enjoys another benefit. It gives you an opportunity to explore the thing. Number 15, invest in some opportunity to examination. Shop. This tip goes connected at the hip with the past point. The retail business blossoms with drive, bringing down you with purported deals that ask you to make you buy. In spite of the fact that there are some doorbuster bargains that may really be worth the effort generally. You're in an ideal situation, taking as much time as necessary and contrasting costs. And different retailers. Among the numerous things you ought to consider are the base cost of a thing, yet in addition any delivery costs, coupon codes, and different offers. To sweeten the deal even further, throughout your correlation shopping, you might even understand that you don't really require the thing you're hoping to purchase. Number 16. Look out. Inspired by a paranoid fear of passing up a great opportunity. Your number one online entertainment website might be really habit-forming and offer a lot of helpful guidance, yet they can likewise prompt anxiety toward passing up a great opportunity. You've most likely seen many articles that, regardless of whether deliberate, cause you to feel regretful about the thing you're not doing. For example, things you ought to do in your 20s or 30s, at what age you should purchase a house or vehicle, what extravagance things you want to possess. Ask yourself, are they truly things you need to do or purchase, or are you verifying things on another person's list of must-dos? Make your own rundown of objectives, center around them, and let go of the rest. Number 17, transform garbage into cash. One more method for getting more cash is by selling things. You never again need. Search for originator things. You don't wear gadgets. You're not utilizing old books or whatever else you can set available to be purchased on eBay or Craigslist. Sort out what your stuff is worth, so you get a fair cost and remain protected by following prescribed procedures, such as meeting purchasers in a public spot. Number 8 theme, bring in more cash utilizing an ability you as of now have. The vast majority just ponder reducing expenses. This frequently prompts perusing senseless articles on the web that appear to just recommend absurd tips on the most proficient method to be economical. We disregard the potential outcomes of bringing in more cash, which is the strong of all taking a stab at arranging your compensation at work, beginning a subsequent work or outsourcing in something you're great at with this additional pay. You'll be astonished the way that quick your investment account will develop. Setting aside cash isn't so difficult as you want to save a lot of money just by rolling out little all improvements. Furthermore, the best part isn't just will you figure out how to esteem cash, yet during the time spent saving, you'll likewise realize which techniques turn out best for you, so you can utilize them again when required, or perhaps you'll continue to save that way. You'll constantly have a money helpful to cover anything that costs come your direction toward the day's end. Having some extra in your investment account give you the certainty and security to appreciate life. What is your take? What are another great cash saving tips? If you found this video helpful, and share with your friend. Thank you for watching.